The Syracuse Police Department is coming up with new methods to attract people who have never considered police work as a career. As reporter Stacy Lange tells us, their new methods are targeted at the potential officers they say they're in desperate need of.
The police and the media often come hand in hand, but rarely in advertising. The Syracuse Police Department has tapped into all forms of media, commercials, billboards, and radio spots. Their goal is not to increase numbers, but to close a gap.
We serve a very large percentage of minorities, but we have a very small percentage of minority officers.
The predominantly white police force has been a concern for years.
Our numbers are embarrassing in regards to the minorities that are employed with our agency now.
Let's take a look at the numbers. Out of 505 officers, 38 are minorities. They make up only 7.5% of the total police force. Sergeant Flounory has been one of the few African-American officers for over 20 years. He now works in recruitment.
A lot of questions they always ask me is, how do they treat you down there? They want to know how I'm treated down here, if they think I'm treated differently than everybody else.
The police department wants to drive home the point that anybody can be a police officer, and they think the best way to say it is to show it. SPD began running these ads 2 years ago. They focused their advertising 2 months before each civil service exam, and it's clear these spots have worked. Recruitment numbers have increased 20-fold, but the racial gap still exists.
But we're fighting, and we're working hard and our hope is that our efforts will be rewarded. Unfortunately, though, with this process, it often takes 3, 4, 5 years before we're able to see the numbers actually increase.